What's good, YouTube? It's your boy the Fourth Ken, and I'm back with another video. So today I got like a high fade on a straight hair client of mine. We did like a three on top and just a skin fade on the sides. Came out real clean. I didn't use enhancements. For those of y'all wondering when I'm gonna start using enhancements, I actually ordered a compressor. It's supposed to be coming within the next few days, so I'm gonna start using like the airbrush enhancements only on the clients that want it, because in my city it's not really big. It's kind of clown darn, you know, in the shop that I work at. But you know, I told the guys that I'm gonna cop up, and they supportive of me because they know like that I haven't been using them for the longest and that I just do natural cuts. We'll see how it turns out. As you can see, I'm spinning. For those of you that don't know, I'm on a woofing challenge with 360 Woods and Wavy Jazzy Banks. Shout out to them. Hopefully y'all are still woofing just like me. I had the do-rag on literally all day when I was at work. That's why I look so flat, but I literally haven't cut the top since today's what, November 21st? I haven't cut the top since October 8th. It's extremely long. That's why all my waves are connecting all around. Hopefully my connections will be in there when I cut it down. Probably gonna cut it down with a 3. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let's go. All right, what's good, YouTube? So to kick this cut off, you just want to comb through your client's hair. And I'm combing through his hair. As you can see, he has like some natural waves. His hair is like wavy, like mine. So you just want to comb through it so that, you know, the hair can rise off the scalp, so that when you cut it down, you can cut it to a good length and it still won't be frizzy after that. So we started off with a 4-guard close. He said he wanted to keep his waves on top. So it was taking off a good amount of hair. I eventually did switch to my 3-guard just because I felt like that was a better cut. But right here, I just had my 4-guard with the lever closed going with the green. And even though the clips is sped up, I was going slow. And right here, I switched to my 3-guard. And I had my lever open because if I closed it, I probably would have patched him and his waves wouldn't be there. And notice how I'm combing while I'm cutting. That's always important with a waver. You just want to keep combing through. So I grabbed my Babyliss FX gold clippers and put my 4-guard just to take out some bulk, because I wanted to see the area that I was fading with more clearly. And I didn't want to put too much stress on my wall detailers, because sometimes they mess up when I'm cutting too many amounts of hair at once. So I just wanted to clear out some bulk and make it easier for myself. So I grabbed my wall detailers. And don't bid on me because I don't got the cordless ones yet. That's coming. I'll probably eventually grab them. But these are reliable, the corded ones. So we just making our guideline pretty high. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like a high fade, high skin fade. Some people would consider this a mid fade. I say it's a nice mixture between both. But we making our bald guideline. So once we set that in nice and straight, you want to grab your shavers or any kind of, you can use a razor with shaving gel just to add another transition and to make the bottom of the fade like skin, real close to the skin. So a lot of y'all might be thinking, why am I using my Oster fast feeds? And I like using this. These are my go-to clippers because the blade is just perfect. Like the blends come out smooth. I just like them. So my lever is all the way open, and I went up about 1 inch and I dropped down right under that and closed my lever completely. It wasn't halfway, I closed it completely. And I went up about not that far. Then I started opening it, and following that right up above that. Then I grab my wall details again, just to get out that faint bottom line. You guys can't really see it, but in person, there was a faint bottom line created by my initial ball guideline. So instead of using my zero guard, usually I would just go ahead and make this guideline with my zero guard. I decided to use my one guard just because I didn't want to make the fade end up being too high. So I wanted to set a guideline for myself so I know where to stop with the one guard. So I'm going up about 1 inch, but it's a husky inch, you know what I'm saying? And we're keeping it dark near the corners, near his hairline, because you don't want to really patch that because you can't put hair back onto the skin. Then we go right under that and close the lever, which is equivalent to a zero guard open. So instead of doing this, you could just grab your zero guard and go under that. And I have my zero guard on my Ulster fast feeds right now, and the lever is closed and I'm slowly opening it, just playing around with that lever, just so we can add another transition and to get that bottom line out. But take note that this guard won't completely remove that bottom line. That's my one issue with the fast feeds. They can't get out between the zero guard and the no guard. You do have to go back with your no guard and do a little bit of lever play, like how I'm doing right here. So I'm using the corners just to knock that out. And once you do this, once you add this extra step in your details, because most barbers would just overlook that bottom line, those spots in it. Once you do this, this will set you apart from just like an amateur barber to an elite barber. And I go back with my zero guard, mainly because I saw more areas of bulk, like where I'm hitting it with the clipper right now. That area was bothering me. And so I didn't want to wait till I finished blending the top to do it. I just wanted to knock it out. And right now, I grabbed my 4 guard and I'm clearing out bulk again, not going up too high. This is going to be the highest guard that you're going to use. As you can see, we're just continually knocking down that bulk. And I have my 1.5 guard, my wall guard on my wall magic clips. I switched just because I didn't have my 1.5 guard from Andis on me, so I just thought it would be better to knock it out with this. And I put my 1 guard just because there were still some areas of bulk that bother me, because sometimes when you go with a higher guard on something, then under that it will reveal an area that needs work, so you just want to go back and knock it out. And this is my 3 guard. First I had the lever open, then I decided to close it, which is equivalent to the number 2 guard open. And I grab my 2 guard and close it just because the 3 close was already equivalent, just to save time. And I go with the grain just to knock out some of that top bulk towards the back of the fade. And now I just go back and grab different guards to detail the fade to get it to look how I want it. So this is my 1.5 guard. And this is my 1 guard. And then I grab my 0.5 wall guard. I don't like blending with the wall magic clips with the no guard lever just open, because it typically tends to snag on my straight hair clients, so I just tend to stay away from that. I don't know if it's my blade or my machine. It always usually snags when I'm just blending with it, no guard. And as you can see, the fade's blurry. So I'm just hitting it with the corners of my Oster fast feeds. I always like to go back in detail with this clipper. Just because, as I said, like, the blends come out so smooth, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and start to taper his front hairline. And I have my 2 guard on my wall magic clips. And we're just basically knocking off his bangs. He said he didn't want them, so we're just cutting them off. And I switched to my 1.5 guard. I like knocking the bangs down really low, especially since this client, you know, has waves. So he's gonna be brushing his front hairline, you know, in the morning. So you wanna make sure when he brushes it, it's not gonna look uneven. So you spray it with hairspray. Tresemme hairspray number 3 is usually what I use. And then I blow dry it into place just so that it'll lock and be real stiff before I hit it with the clippers. And notice his bangs, how long they are, and where his true hairline is. So this isn't a pushback. I know some of y'all in the comments might try and get me for it, but you know, it's keeping it natural and, you know, just following that bang line, cutting them off. Always want to hold your finger on the client, rest it on their forehead, just so that in case they move, you can propel your hand to flick back so that you won't, you know, unintentionally cut a part of the hairline that you didn't want to cut if your client flinches, moves, sneezes, coughs, any of that. So I'm gonna just let y'all watch the rest. So I grabbed my white Easy Blade razor handle. Shout out to Easy Blade. Use my promo code the4thken for 10% off, as you just saw on the screen. Cop up on, you know, all your razor handles, shave gel, all that. But as you can see, I'm just stretching the skin. And on straight hair clients, you want to be real careful, especially if they're light skinned, because you know their skin can be more sensitive than others. So I'm being real careful, going slow, and tilting my client's head back so that I'm in a comfortable position to straight razor his hairline, and he is too, so that he won't flinch and there could be a big accident. And to end this haircut off with all haircuts, even if the client isn't a waver, you always want to freehand trim the top just to get all those loose hairs and to connect the dots with the haircut. So that's what I'm doing. I got my Babyliss FX Gold clippers and I'm just freehanding it, adding that extra, you know, detail to my haircuts and making sure I take it from an amateur level to an elite level. And your clients is gonna, you know, notice that and they're gonna tip you for it usually and come back. So you always wanna make sure you do it. As you can see, this fade is fire. Like, this cut is crazy. I know y'all see it in the clip. But we just trimming the top, like I said, just add more detail. And like I said, I'm gonna start using enhancements. My compressor actually came today. So I know a lot of y'all thinking that I'm stubborn and I'm never gonna use it. I just wanted to refrain from it, but a lot of y'all want me to use it, so I'm gonna just do what y'all want. So I just spray them with oil sheen, and that's basically the cut. Please like, comment, subscribe. And it's the 4th Ken, and I'm out. Peace. I'm making them out in the bed. I'm making them